I'd like to thank the members of the Coton family who sent me the box of objects from Jane's childhood. I had a good time going through it. I only brought one of them to share with you tonight, but some of them were so endearing. My favorite was the Roy Rogers pocket knife that had the blade broken off, and there was a little note that said she broke it off trying to pry up a brick under which she sometimes could find fishing worms. But it was important to save the pocket knife anyway. The other thing that was in the box that you may not know about was her mother Peg's journal of Jane's early years. And so I just took some excerpts from that and thought I'd share them with you because it begins to show us some of the origins of Jane's attitude about birds. First, a pair of Jane's shoes. Blue, you see, of course, always blue, with stars on them. Of course, we think that's probably the North Star, and maybe that's Venus. Venus, right. March 25th, 1935. Once again, Jane has climbed out of her bed, put on her slippers, and gone into the backyard before anyone else is awake. She seems so happy there, just sitting and looking at the birds and squirrels. I hope it's okay to let her do this. July 1935. Old Mrs. Harris, whose grandson Derek is deaf, is teaching Jane some sign language. The first word she wanted to know was bird, and the second, sing. Mrs. Harris showed us both, and Jane instantly started making singing birds for Derek. May 1936. Today, when a flock of little sparrows flew into the yard, Jane made a sign I did not know. "What's that sign, honey?" I asked. "Bad," she said. "Bad bird." September 5th, 1936. After dinner, Jane was still sitting in her place at the table, babbling to herself. Every so often, she'd make the sign for more. "Do you want more?" I asked. "No thanks," she said. She was clearly talking to herself and not the rest of us. I wonder what she wanted more of. I think those of us who know Jane and have known her through the years have a pretty good idea of her idea of more. And it has blessed and enriched us all. Happy birthday, Jane.